Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hema Shailabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Guna Nidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamritena Me. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Yajnavalkya Muni tells Bharadwaja Muni, I understand your inquisitiveness to listen to Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji's Katha, but you know, I want to tell you what Bhagavan Shivji himself spoke about Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. Because it is an authenticated report, if we may say so. From the relied sources, the most reputed source, Bhagavan Shivji himself. And therefore, listen carefully. And with that, he continues, we read the 48th चौपाई। एक बार त्रेता जुग माही, शंभु गए कुंभ ऋषि पाही। संग सती जग जननी भवानी, पूजे ऋषि अखिलेश्वर जानी। राम कथा मुनि बर्ज बखानी, सुनी महेश परम सुखुमानी। ऋषि पूछी हरि भगति सुहाई, कहीं शंभु अधिकारी पाई। कहत सुनत रघुपति गुण गाथा, कछु दिन तहाँ रहे गिरिनाथा। मुनिसन बिदा मागी त्रिपुरारी, चले भवन संग दक्ष कुमारी। तेहि अवसर भंजन मही भारा, हरि रघुवंश लीन अवतारा। पिता बचन तजी राजु उदासी, दंडक बन विचरित अविनाशी। हृदय विचारत जात हर, केहि विधि दर्शनु होई। गुप्त रूप अवतरे वो प्रभु, गए जान सब कोई। शंकर उर अति चोभु, सती न जानहि मरमु सोई। तुलसी दर्शन लोभु, मन डरु लोचन लालची। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। एक बार त्रेता जुग माही, once upon a time, when Treta Yuga, in the Treta Yuga, we all know there are 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. These 4 yugas put together becomes one Chatur Yuga, and 1000 Chatur Yuga becomes one Kalpa. There are a lot of calculations, deep calculations. One Satya Yuga is equal to 4,32,000 years of hours. Then double of that is Treta Yuga, triple of that is Dwapara Yuga, 4 times, oh no, it's the other way around. 4,32,000 is Kali Yuga, double of that is Dwapara Yuga, double of that is Treta Yuga, and again 4 times of Kali Yuga is Satya Yuga. All the 4 put together was one Chatur Yuga, and 1000 Chatur Yugas put together is one Kalpa, and there are several Kalpas happening from Anadi Kala, which we all don't know. Thank God. In a manner of saying. So, among the many Chatur Yugas and many Treta Yugas, during one Treta Yuga, ek bar Treta Yuga mahi, Shambhu gaye Kumbhaja Rishi pahi. Shambhu, Bhagavan Shivji went to whom? Kumbhaja Rishi. Kumbhaja means Kumbhaja, meaning born from the Kumbha, a pot. There is a big story behind it that we will not take it now. Who is he? Agastya Rishi is called Kumbhaja Rishi. So he went and called on Agastya Muni. Sangasati Jagajanani Bhavani. He went along with his wife. Please note, in this particular time, his wife Parvati is what? Sati. Daksha's daughter, Daksha Kumari, that we will see there. Sanga Sati, and who is this Sati Daksha Kumari? She is Jagat Janani Bhavani. She is Parvati herself. Naturally, it has to be so, isn't it? Whenever Shivaji takes a place, then Parvati naturally comes. Now Ramchandraji, who is nothing but Vishnu Bhagavan, took avatara, then Mahalakshmi took the avatar of Sita. We all know this. Okay. Sangasati Jaga Janani Bhavani. Puje Rishi Akhileshwar Jani. Agastya Muni, after all, a great Rishi, Jnanavan. And they are all people who have gained the highest knowledge, supreme knowledge. Therefore, for such great people, identification is not a very difficult task. Akhileshwar Jani, he immediately recognized this is Bhagavan Shivji and Mata Parvati. Puje Rishi. Rishi worshipped Bhagavan. Worship meaning what? Whenever Athithi comes, those times it are all very, very common. When Athithi comes, to give them a seat. Even the puja vidhi we have. Asanam samarpayami. And that too people say, Ratna simhasanam samarpayami. They will give only one flower or a Tulsi. But then immediately say, Tasya arthe Tulsi dalam samarpayami. Athva pushpani samarpayami. Like that we say. But then Ratna simhasanam samarpayami. Meaning what? Make them sit. Padyam samarpayami, aghyam samarpayami, achamaniyam samarpayami. Padya, arghya, achamaniyam. Everything is done. Give him water. All the puja vidhanam. Let us say. Puje Rishi Akhileshwar Jani. Ramakatha Muni Barja Bakhani. You know, in puja vidhi, those who do puja will know. After Mahamangalarati is over, then there is something called Rajopachara Chatram Chamaram. For Raja it is done Chatra Chamara, all that they do. And then Rajopachara. And Rajopachara is a very beautiful section of the puja vidhi where the Atithi who has come, you offer all the puja, etc. And then Naivedyam is also offered. And then Chatra Chamara. Now after Naivedyam, the Atithi sits down, relaxes down. At that time, entertaining the Atithi is a very important step in puja vidhanam. Music, dance, then Veda Ghosha is in the higher realms. All these are very common. But Kumbhaja Rishi, Agastya Maharishi, he knows that Shivji is a great bhakta of Ramchandraji. And therefore, what is that which brings happiness to the Athithi is what you do. Isn't it? If the Athithi does not have any Gandhagali, in Kannada we say Gandhagali, any flavor of music, there is no point in conducting one big music session. Why? He will not even like it. Isn't it? Let us suppose he likes dance. And then you have a daughter who is trained in classical dance. You tell her, see, he is a person who loves dance, therefore you please perform one dance recital. And then the Athithi becomes very happy. Similarly, Agastya Maharishi knows that Shivaji is a great bhakta of Rama. So Agastya Muni in that particular section of Rajopachara, he narrates Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji's story. Ramakatha Muni Barja Bakhani. He tells Ramakatha. Suni Mahesa Parama Sukhi Mani. Listening to that Katha, Maheshwara becomes very, 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 very happy. Not really whether Sati is happy, we don't know. Generally, wife loves people talking about the husband, not about somebody else. Isn't it normally? So we don't know whether Sati enjoyed it so much. But then Sabhyata, she might have been quite. This is one very, very interesting commentator says. Why? Because Sati has always thought Shivaji alone is the supreme, the Lord of the Lord, a Lord of the universe. Isn't it? Lord of the Lords also. She has Shivaji only in her heart. He alone is the supreme. Therefore, whether she might have, later we will see how it turns out, we will see in the main katha, we will see. Suni Mahesa Parama Sukhamani Rishi Puchi Hari Bhagat Suhai. Now, having received so much of importance and things like that, now it is a turn of Maheshwara also to say something, to give something in response to it. So Maheshwara says, Agastya Maharshi, I am very, very pleased with you. Please ask something. And then Rishi, Puchi, Hari Bhagati Suhai. Please tell me about devotion to Hari. Please note, he is asking devotion to Hari. To whom? To Hara, Bhagavan Shivji. Kahi Sambhu Adhikari Pai. Shambhu, when he was asked, he felt Agastya Muni is the right person to be given the greatest of the greatest. What is that? Bhakti. And what? Hari Bhakti. Hari Bhakti with what? Because everybody thinks we are all Bhakta. Nirbhara Bhakti. Kahi Sambhu Adhikari Pai. He felt Agastya Maharishi as the right fit person. Kahata Sunata Raghupati Gunagata. How beautiful. Sometimes Agastya Maharishi would talk about Ramchandraji, and sometimes for a change, you take chance. Probably it is only a dramatization, imagination. Shambhu would talk about Hari Bhakti, and again Agastya Muni on Ramchandraji. Shambhu will talk about Hari Bhakti. Kahata Sunata Raghupati Gunagatha. Kahata, speaking, Sunata, listening, both of them reveled in Raghupati Guna. Hari here also is, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra is also Hari only. Kachudin taha rahe girinatha. And few days he stayed there, listening and telling about the glory of Hari or Rama. Kuchidin, for some days he stayed. It is only the visitor who has to say that I have to go, because the host cannot say, okay, you can go now. Isn't it? So, Munisana Bida Magi Tripurari. See, Tripurari is another name of Shiva. There are a lot of names which are being talked about. Each one have got its own glory, its own katha in itself. We will not go deeper into that. Tripurari, the one who is a slayer of the demon called Tripura. Tripurari, Munisana Bidamagi. He asked Agastya Maharishi, now please let us go. We need to go. And taking leave of Muni, Chale Bhavana Sangha Dacha Kumari. Chale Bhavana Sangha. He started backward towards his abode, his Kailash Parvata. That is his house, if we may say in our language. Otherwise, that is abode. That is the word we use. Sangha Dacha Kumari along with Sati. Tehi avasara bhanjana mahibhara hari raghubam salina avatara. Tehi avasara. In that particular days only, bhanjana mahibhara, to relieve the earth of the burden of the greatest Rakshasa Ravana, Hari Raghuvamsha. Hari, who is Leena Avatara, he took Avatara at Raghuvamsha. Now please note, here is one very beautiful clarification. What is the clarification? Hari, Bhagavan Vishnu, Raghuvamshalina Avatara, meaning what? He took Avatara in Raghuvamsha as Rama. Therefore, first clarification, Rama himself is Bhagavan. So Rama is not just one more king. So it is not a history. That is a very important point here. It is a beautiful clarification given by whom? Shambhu. What? Hari Raghuvamsalina Avatara. Pita Bachana Taji Raghu Raju Udasi. Very fast katha is going on here. Where every line, one particular episode is over. To respect and endorse Pita Bachana. What? Dasharath Maharaji had given one vachana to Kaikeyi. Raju Udasi, he gave up the whole kingdom to keep up the word of his father. Please note, Dasharathji did not ask Ramchandraji, you go to forest. In fact, he did not even have the, I would not say, there is no word. He could not even spell out, you go to forest. Because he fell down fainting, Kaikeyi Mata told him, I asked what happened to him. I asked him that my son Bharata has to rule the country and you will go to 14 years of exile. He said, that's all. Okay, he went. Remember, if such thing happens, we can't even, control a remote control in our house. So many people are there fighting for it. He just left the whole Rajyam and went away. Raju Udasi. Nothing mattered to him. Dandakavana Bicharita Abhinasi. Bicharita, he wandered in Dandakavana. Who? Avinashi. One more clarity. What? He is imperishable. Therefore, imperishability can only be with Bhagavan, and therefore Ramchandraji is Avinashi, he is Bhagavan only. Second clarity. Hridaya Bicharata Jata Hara Kehi Bidi Darasanu Hoi. Hridaya Vicharata. Who? Hara Hridaya Vicharata Jata. He went and he is going back to his abode. He is wondering, how can I ever have one darshana of Bhagavan? Kei Vidi. Darasanu hoi. Gupta Rupa Avatare U Prabhu. Prabhu, he took a Gupta Rupa, a secret Rupa. Who here Prabhu refers to? Bhagavan Shri Vishnu has taken an avatara in a very secret form. Why very, very important is, others should not know that he is Bhagavan. Then the whole scene will change. Gupta Rupa Avatare U Prabhu Gaye Jana Sab Koi. Even Shivaji wanted to take darshana of Bhagavan. And how is that Bhagavan? Bhagavan is not in that Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Rupa. He has taken a secret Rupa like a human being. Therefore, he went to see him. And then he says, Sankara Ura Ati Chobhu Sati Na Janahi Maramusoi. There was so much of, work happening in the mind of Bhagavan Shivaji. Sati na janahi maramusoi. Satiji would never even imagine what is happening in the minds of Shivaji. Because Shankara is lost. He wants to have darshan of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. Tulsi darasana lobhu. Tulsidaji says, that secret mind where it is thinking only about Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. That mind, mana daru lochana lalachi. That mind, the moment it saw Bhagavan there going, the mind was so, it was in such a shock. And that shock expressed itself as tears. Lochana lalachi. There were tears which actually actually made Sati understand that there is something going on. You know, we are all talking about it, but imagine if you were there in that condition. You very often it happens. You want to go and meet somebody, let us say in Mumbai. You take a flight or a train, and then you land in Mumbai. When you land in that airport, you are about to go out, and that person comes straight in front of you. There's one saying also. Think of the dash, you fill there, and there he is. Isn't it? You just think and the person comes in front of you. I was thinking about you 100 years. Like that we say. Similarly, Shivaji was thinking about Ramchandraji and Ramchandraji is passing. See how beautiful it is. Continuing on the 49th Chaupai. रावण मरण मनुज कर जाचा प्रभु विधि बचनु कीन्ह चह साचा जय नहीं जाऊ रहि पछितावा करत विचारु न बनत बनावा एहि विधि भये सोच बस ईसा तेहि समय जाई दस सीसा लीन नीच मारीच ही संगा भयउ तुरत सोई कपट कुरंगा करि छलु मूढ़ हरि भय देहि प्रभु प्रभावु तस विदितन तेहि मृग बधि बंधु सहित हरि आये आश्रम देखि नयन जल छाये बिरह बिकल नर इवर घुराई खोजत विपिन फिरत तो भाई कबहु जोग वियोग न जाके देखा प्रगट बिरह दुख ताके अति विचित्र रघुपति चरित जानहि परम सुजान जेमति मंद विमोह बस हृदय दरहि कछुआन सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। रावण मरण मनुज कर जाचा. We know the story, but then Tulsi Daji wants to quickly make us, remind us the story. Ravana, the demon, Rakshasa, at Lanka, Marana Manuja Karajacha, he first asked Brahmaji that I must become immortal. Brahmaji said nothing doing. To become immortal, you have to understand that supreme tattva. Until then, immortality can. Ravana did lot of tapas, no doubt. But then now, that is why, Shastra is very important. Jnana devatu kaivalyam. Only through knowledge you can gain that supreme immortality. No other way. But Ravana, if you see the lifestyle of Ravana, he was more a karmi. Karmi meaning what? The one who is more focused on rituals, karma. And we all know, na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena, tyage naike amritatvamanasu. Na karmana, karma cannot bring us that supreme knowledge. And Ravana was indulged in lot of yajna yagadi karma, tapascharya, etc., etc. But he did not venture into knowing, gaining the knowledge of the Supreme. So, when he asked for immortality, a karmi cannot get the knowledge. Karma is very important. Karma yoga is very important. Why? that purifies the mind and settles the mind, quietens the mind. From where? Running behind the whims and fancies of the world, asking, acquiring, possessing, indulging, embracing, enjoying all the things and beings of the world. Such a mind can never be quiet. Why? It is always agitated. So Ravana, in spite of being a great yogi, in spite of being a great tapasvi, knowing all the Shastra, but he never ventured into internalizing the knowledge, and the knowledge remained at the peripheral level, knowledge remained at the superficial level, it never sinked in. Until the knowledge sinks in the personality, Brahma Vidya is not possible. Brahma Anubhava is not possible. Therefore, immortality for Ravana cannot be possible because he still remained as a karmi. Right? But then when he asked, Brahmaji rejected. Sorry, that is not my department. You go. Ask for some other boon otherwise. Then he said, okay. Little discount. If at all I have to die, I should die only in the hands of a Manava. Not this Deva, the Kinnara, and then all the celestial beings or gods and anybody. I may die only in the hands of a Manava. He was so confident, he is very powerful. Because he is very powerful, he has gained all the Astra, Shastra through his tapas. Oh, how can a normal human being this one says Nara Vanara. Nara Vanara. I can only die from Nara Vanara, not that to Nara in particular. And then Ravana Marana Manujakara Jacha Prabhu Bidhi Bachanu Kina Chahasacha. The Lord, now please note, Ravana wanted the death from a human being. Two, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji had to keep up the word given by his father. So it meets the end there. We will see that. In the detailed Ramayana we will see. Now this is one, what do you call it? Trailer. A kind of a trailer that is happening, we may say so. Jai Jaunahi Jau Rahai Pachitava. Shivji thought, Jaunahi Jau. In case I don't get the darshan of Bhagavan, Rahai Pachitava, I will regret forever. Therefore, I must get that darshana of Bhagavan. You know something. All of us are also devotees of the Bhagavan. Daily we may do puja. Do Dirghadanda Pranama. Whenever you go to temple, Shiva Shiva, Rama Rama, all that we may do Pradakshina. Everything, the spiritual, karmika spiritual practices, we may do everything. But please note how interesting it is that none of us have asked for Bhagavan, I don't want anything, I want just you only, I want your darshan, I don't want anything. Our demands when we go in front of Bhagavan in the temple, Shanchame, Mayaschame, Priyanchame, Nukamaschame, Kamaschame, Somanasachame. I keep telling this. Me in Sanskrita has got two meanings. One, from me, out of me. Two, for me. It commands fourth case. In the declaration form, fourth case. Me means for me or from me. There in Chamaka Prashna, it says, everything comes out of me. I am that supreme. I am that immortality. And from that only everything comes. Sham, chame, auspiciousness comes out of me. Why? Aham Brahmasmi. That Brahman is me only. Therefore, everything what you see is a creation from me. Shanchame Mayaschame. Priyancha me nu kamascha me, kamascha me. Our case is different. I want auspiciousness. I want desire, fulfillment of all my desires. My desires are so much, therefore, tu kamascha me, kamascha me. Think. Where have we ever asked Bhagavan, Bhagavan, I don't want anything in this life, Bhagavan, you alone are the supreme. You come to me. Now see, Pandavas, when there was a choice, you want me or my army? Kauravas, what did they ask? What will I do keeping you? Give me your army. Why? We want to fight the Pandavas. Army is the requirement now. Give me all your army. Pandava said, all that is not required. Krishna, you come to us. Everything has come to us only. Therefore, Krishna went to Pandavas and this whole army went to Kauravas. Now think, Bhagavan himself has come to Pandavas. How can they not win? They have to win the game. Isn't it? How many of us want Bhagavan? Be honest in your thinking. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell me also. Be honest in your thinking. Let us suppose suddenly Ramchandraji comes out and says, okay, what do you want? Oh Rama, only I have to tell. So much Hanuman Bala list we have. Give me this, give me that. Sanchame, Maisame, Priyasame, Kamsame, Umanistame, Badanjame, Cheshame, Vachachame, Yashashame, Bhagashame, Dravinachame, Entachame, that oh you chamme, our list. Isn't it? Mama Kutumbanam, Kshema, Sairya, Virya, Vijaya, Arogya, Aishwarya, Viratam, Sarvabhya, Divya Santana Praptyartham, Sakala Sanmangala Vaptyartham, Sarvabhisha Siddhyartham, Jnana Vairagyastam, Dhyavane Praptyartham, Shyat Sadguru Prasada Siddhyartham Cha. Think. And here you will see, Shivji wants nothing but his darshana. And Ravana, he wanted immortality, and for that, this is called, this is what it's called, Vinasha Kale Viparita Buddhi. Not even understanding. He wanted to die at the hands of a Manava. But then Shivaji, Karata Vicharuna Banata Bhavanava. Shivaji pondered, he went on as a thinking. Na banata banava, there is no solution how to see Bhagavan. He is not able to find a solution. Ehi vidhi baye socha basaisa, tehi samaya jai dasasisa. While he was thinking, Ravana passed through. And how did he pass through? Leena nicha maricha hi sanga. Nicha here refers to Ravana. Nicha, Maricha hi sangalina. Maricha, along with Maricha, he was going. Why is he going? He wanted to ask Maricha to take the form of the golden deer and draw Ramchandraji to the forest away from Sita so that he can fraud Sita ji and kidnap her. So he was going. Bhayamuturata soi kapatakuranga. Maricha took the form of golden deer, kapata rupa, and then, of course, we know, Kari chalu mudha hari baidehi, Prabhu prabhavuta sabidita tehi. The fool, yo Ravana, mudha. Tulsi Daji writes, mudha. Kari chalu, fraudulently, Hari Vaidehi, he took away Vaidehi Sita ji. Prabhu Prabhavu Tasa Viditana Nayatehi, he does not understand the pratibha, the glory, the prowess, the bravery of Bhagavan. Prabhu Prabhavu Tasa Viditana Tehi. Mrigabadhi, Bhagavan killed that Mriga. Maricha was killed. Bandhu Sahita, along with Lakshmanji, Hari Aaye. Bhagavan came, Ramchandraji came. Where? Ashramu, to the ashramu. Dekhi Nayana Jalad Chaye. When he sees the ashrama without Sitaji, when he sees the empty ashram there, Nayana Chalachaye, his eyes were filled with tears. Biraha Bikalanara Iva Raghurayi, he was so distressed. Now please note this word very clearly. Another third confirmation. Biraha Bikala, he was engulfed with viraha. Viraha, regret, what do you call it as? Disturbance, agitations. Nara Iva, that word is very important. Raghurayi, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, Nara Iva, like a normal man, meaning what? He is not a normal man. He is that Paramapurusha Mahavishnu who has taken the avatara of Raghura in the Raghu dynasty. Therefore, the king of kings Raghu, Nara Iva Viraha Bikala. Khojata Bipina Phirata Doubai, both the Doubai, two brothers, Ramchandraji and Lakshmanji, Khojata Bipina, they started wandering everywhere looking for Sita ji. Kabahu joga biyoga na jaake. Very interesting point, huh? Please be attentive. Yoga viyoga na jaake. The one who actually knows what is yoga and viyoga. Or rather, na jaake, the one who does not know. Yoga and viyoga, dekha pragata viraha dukutake. They will see. Now see, because we are not in the right knowledge, we don't have the right knowledge. What? Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji is the avatara Purusha of the Supreme. When we don't know, when we look at Ramchandra ji as the common Nara, human being, then the grief, the agitations, the suffering, we all see only that and we form our own ideas, notions, isn't it? Kabu joga biyoga na jaake. When we don't see that yoga and viyoga, dekha pragata viraha dukkatake. Then we see only dukkha and viraha. Such people only say Rama is not Bhagavan, he is only one more normal human being. Ati bichitra raghupati charita janahi param sujana. Ati vichitra, very, very mysterious is this beautiful Rama Charitra. And Janahi Paramasujana, only people who are wise, who have that real discriminative ability, who exercise that discriminative ability, only those people, Jemati Manda Bimohabasa, those who are Mati Manda, who are ignorant people, who do not know the real nature of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, Matimanda Vimohabasa, they sit deluded and go on making statements. Hridayadarahi kachu ana. Imagine, please think, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, when he has taken avatara as a human being in the world, he has to keep up that identity. Otherwise, when people come to know, then it will be an issue. So he has to keep up the identity. Therefore, while he is working in the world as a Nara in the name of Rama, he has to behave like that Nara only. There is a beautiful saying, when you are in Rome, be a Roman. Be a Roman when you are in Rome. Similarly, when Bhagavan took the avatara of Nara in the world, his behavior was like Nara only, but very few come to know that yoga and viyoga, that union and separation, all these things becomes important when I am ignorant of that Supreme. From the standpoint of Bhagavan, a Leela is being played for a particular purpose. And Bhagavan is beyond the Leela. We will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.